Director, and respected faculty, um, esteemed guests, and my dear graduating students and parents. It is a great honor to stand before you today at the esteemed Indian Institute of Technology, Mandi. First, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to graduating students and class of 2024 reaching this significant milestone. You are not only graduates but also future leaders, entrepreneurs, and problem solvers. As you embark on this next chapter, I would like to share you a different vision, one where you channel your energy and expertise to build new startups that address real challenges in India and in villages and towns, sparking a new paradigm of transformation in our country that inspired the world. India is a home for over 1.4 billion people, and out of which 65% reside in rural areas. These areas are rich in culture, tradition, and resilience, but they frequently face certain socio-economic challenges, lack of health care, inadequate agriculture, water scarcity, um, agriculture inefficiencies, educational gaps. However, hidden within these challenges, immense potential for innovation. As graduates from one of the nation's top institutes, you are equipped with the tools and knowledge to address these challenges. By focusing on startups that tackle these issues, you can be a pivotal uh, role in improving the quality of life in rural areas while simultaneously driving the nation's economic growth. Rather than waiting for opportunities in large corporations, I urge you, create opportunities in the villages and towns that form the backbone of our nation. Think of rural India not as separate, distant pockets, but as extensions of our cities, brimming with the potential that needs to be unlocked through your innovation. Your generation has the chance to drive this transformation and build rural areas in thriving and self-sustaining extensions of our urban centers. I'll give you 5 important reasons why you have to start startups in the rural India. You can add real needs. The needs in rural India is urgent, whether it is improving the healthcare access, implementing sustainable agriculture, or enhancing digital infrastructure. Your startups can solve specific problems that have widespread impact. Second, leverage the technology for growth. Your education at IIT Mandi has prepared you harness cutting-edge technologies, be it AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, renewable energy, or blockchain. These tools can bridge the development gap between urban centers and rural India, bringing modernization to underserved areas. Third, you can boost the Indian economy. Rural India holds massive untapped economic potential, solving problems, not only improving lives, but also boost productivity, generates employment, and reduces poverty. This in turn strengthens India's position on the global stage. Fourth, ensuring the sustainable solutions. Our villages require solutions not for today, for the future, whether it is sustainable energy, eco-friendly agriculture, or water conservation. Your innovations will shape the future of India's long-term growth. The fifth is the last one, foster an entrepreneurial moment. By creating these startups with real impact, you will inspire others, showing that meaningful entrepreneurship can thrive beyond the city limits. You will set an example for young Indians across the nation to innovate, create, and build. Think about the potential integrating advanced technologies into the village ecosystems. Imagine using IoT to create smart irrigation systems that conserve water, AI to optimize healthcare delivery in remote areas, or mobile platforms to improve education accessibility. Your startups can be transformative forces that lift entire community out of systemic challenges. Take for an example, as graduate of IIT Mandi, you are uniquely positioned to lead this moment. You have been trying to think critically, to question assumptions, and to innovate. Now it is time to apply your critical skills to some of India's most pressing challenges, whether it's healthcare, renewable energy, agriculture, or education. There is no shortage of problems waiting for your solutions. India stands at the pivotal moment. The government's initiatives such as Digital India, Startup India, and Make in India have created good, strong ecosystem for the innovation. The time has never been more ideal for young entrepreneurs to step forward and make meaningful contributions to our nation's future. But remember, the true measure of your success holds not holding your titles, but true measure depends on the problems you solve. The world is watching, and you have the opportunity to redefine what is possible. As you step out of the world, do not just seek opportunities, but create them. Look into the villages and towns, for there lies the future of India's growth and prosperity. Start your journey with a vision that is larger than yourself, and together let us build a brighter, more inclusive, and more prosperous India. In the last, thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2024.
Now I request Sri Manoj Jain, Chief Guest of our convocation, to deliver the convocation address.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected gurus on the dais, off the dais, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, students, and most important for me, the parents who have come here in spite of their busy schedule to witness the success of their kids. I wanted to clap for you all, especially when you have come in large numbers. Although you are sitting on the so-called backbencher, but that is actually the top bench also. And really, I feel proud of when I come here and part of this type of institutions, because these institutions actually are the place of learning. You all will agree with me, we all have learned a lot from all the seniors who have talked and given a lot of learnings, lot of teachings to all of us. I must admit, I also learned a very lot from you. Especially like Professor Ahuja, when he started telling that, look, we should talk by heart. And this written speech, I was confused. I also made a written speech, a long speech, because I thought, first time I attending this type of a convocation, we should follow some protocol, we should talk this, we should not talk this like that. This is expected out of you, this is not expected out of you. How to structure it? A piece of writing. So I was confused whether I should use my written speech or whatsoever come in mind. Then Guru gave the idea and torch to me that, look, whatsoever you are doing, please continue like this only. In last 2 years, I can tell you, sir, I never read written speech of mine except one. Let me admit that also. That is our annual general body meeting, where we are supposed to follow what we have written. That only you have to speak. You can't speak even one word here and there, because that is the standard protocol told by SEBI, and we have to comply with that. So otherwise, I also like to talk directly to the audience, because with that eye contact, you learn a lot. Actually, it gives you feedback also, that your speech is becoming boring, automatically adjust yourself. if you are seeing in front. Let me tell you, I also graduated like you. I was lucky that I got campus placement from my college, and first day only I decided that I was part of the industry, great organization called BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited. I thought I will quit this organization the day I feel that I am not learning. Every day I should learn something when I am part of the organization, because when you are in this college, you are learning every day. Your teachers are there to teach you. I can tell you, similar environment is there in industry also, but the way you learn will be different. As it was told by him, our other speaker, there is no teacher there to teach you, but there is enough to learn. You have to now, whatsoever you have learned in these 4 years especially, or 5 years, the basic foundation is there with you. Now with this foundation, you can learn a lot in day-to-day level working in the industry. And I decided, till I keep learning, I should be in the organization. And let me tell you, even till today, I am learning in my organization. That's why I never thought of quitting the organization. Most of us who have joined industry, and let me tell you there, whether it is a DRDO or whether it is a public sector type of industry, a few private sector industry also have an environment of learning. And that's why most of us stick. Our average attrition rate will be hardly 2 to 3%. But in IT industry, it is always double digit. I don't know when it will cross 3 digit also. Beyond 3 digit anyway, it is not there. 100 is the theoretical limit. But it is alarming there, because there you are not learning that much. You are contributing. That's why they are paying you much more. In industry like us, we pay reasonably only. Although a request was there how to increase. And as CMD of my company, I tried to give, but there are rules and regulation. Our salaries also is controlled indirectly or indirectly by government, let me tell you. In public sector environment or a government sector environment, pay scales are fixed. What is there in our hand is extra reward, recognition, so many environment, a learning environment, a contributing environment to create. That is not controlled by the so-called rules. That depends upon the organization. So, as part of top management, it is our duty to give that type of environment, that type of infrastructure. I can tell you, whatsoever infrastructure is there in DRDO, best, because I have worked very, very closely. In last 34 years, at least 25 years, I have worked very closely to so many DRDO labs. Best infrastructure is available there for doing research. But very few fellows select, mainly because they want quick money, most of the time. But let me tell you, the fellow who sticks to his basics, sticks to his learning, sticks to his fundamentals, and joins these organizations, he will feel happy from day one till the day of retirement. And hardly any time it will come to your mind that I should switch over. So these type of organizations are contributing. Of course, today private sector is contributing, but stability, it will take some more time. If few big private sectors have works, ethics, value system of paying respect to seniors, and a overall learning environment, very few still. So many private sectors are there for pure business. They want profit. They are only worried about bottom line and top line. They are not worried about the overall environment to create a sustainable model. Government gave the directions that public sector, DRDO and other companies should create that type of environment also. So whatsoever we do is always sustainable. Within a slow and steady wins the race. Actually, public sector, DRDO, we all are having that type of philosophy. Let us do work on the basics. Let us create the environment and then see over a period of time, you will grow. You may change your track here and there, but you will not compromise on your basics. You will never compromise on your learning attitude, etc. Perception may be different. Like from outside it looks how DRDO is working or how BEL is there or how other public sectors are working. Let me tell you, this side also is gold. Other side also is gold. No problem. Private sector is growing. You all have, or multinationals also are growing. They are contributing more to this world or this society, maybe a bit less to India. Government sector or private sector who have born in India are contributing directly more to us. But overall, everybody is contributing to this Mother Earth. They are also contributing. We are also contributing. But if chance is given, please work. I prefer firstly in the order of this, firstly for this DRDO type of research organization. DRDO is for defense, but in national research also there are so many organizations, because whatsoever you have studied till date, best use of that is in these organizations. Second is this type of a big private and public sector companies who have created an environment of learning. There also your whatsoever you have learned, whatsoever basics you have learned, whatsoever engineering theories you have learned, whether it is related to metallurgy or whether it is related to civil or chemical, that will be made best use of. Afterwards only, if you cannot fit yourself into these two, or you have so many peer pressure or others pressure, then only think of so-called our great IT sector. So IT sector definitely is good, great, because that also is changing overall life of all of us. Technology is fast changing there, but it doesn't mean that everybody should look at IT sector only. I feel firstly you should see whether your wavelength matches for working in a research organization. Great research organizations are there in this country. If you can work there, best. Else work in industry which is very closely working with these research organizations, like I can tell you like Bell. And if you don't find your wavelength matching with first and second category, then only you have so-called IT sector and so many other sectors are there waiting for you. They will pay you a bit more in the start, let me tell you. Long run, I doubt. I personally doubt whether you have equal opportunity for growth. You will learn throughout your career, or you will only contribute. You will only drain. How long you will drain? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Until you learn newer and newer things. After some time you will exhaust. There is nothing to contribute, nothing to learn, nothing to innovate. That also is a fear in our minds. Maybe a few IT sector companies are thinking in that direction. They also are having this type of environment for learning, etc. But most of them are worried about generating business, generating profits. And there the way you work may not have all-round development. May not. Still, maybe 60-70% of you will select IT as your choice. That sector is really glamorous, looks like. But again, I can tell you, slow and steady wins the race. Basics and value system will win the race overall. So please consider that. That is my advice to you, although other seniors have already given very good advice. And let me tell you, industry is the best place for anybody's real contribution. Again, if you can do research, if you can be in academia also, that is also a very great thing. But finally, it is the place called industry which absorbs majority of you. And there you can contribute much more than your potential. Because the environment in this industry is very good. Only thing is you have to take some time to adapt yourself to the industry. What you have done here, your academics are different. Industry is different. The sooner you adapt yourself to the industry, longer you will grow in the organizations, these type of organizations. Stick to your basics, stick to your learning attitude, and quickly learn what industry means. 1 or 2 years. Typically, generally in industry, we wait for 5 years also. We feel first 5 years is an investment on you all. And then only you can start contributing. Quickly adapt to the industry, then you can do very great in this industrial environment. Great contribution you can do, and you can satisfy yourself that what I have studied in these organizations like IIT, you have used that knowledge for making something new, innovating something new, and that gives a different type of satisfaction. I can tell you, that's why I feel most of you should have come, especially IITs. IIT is the best minds. You are the best cream of India. If you come to these research institutes, you comes to these big industries, etc., what way we can change this country will be much more faster. So that is my request to all of you. Please think, rethink, even if you are thinking right now to go to so-called IT sector, rethink. In between also there are chances for you to think, and can you contribute in these type of institutions? It will be, I can tell you, it will be great service you will do to the society. And I can assure you, your parents also will feel proud of you if you are working in these type of organizations and contribute. One more thing again, keep learning, because that learning and that knowledge only will take you to higher heights. I also had done like that. I am a simple person, did my BTech, and afterwards my organization only pulled me up. Actually, every great organization wants person who knows and who contributes to the organization to go higher and higher, because they also want good fellow. So you need not worry. There is no race for you. If you are contributing to the organization, the industry will pick you, the best industry will pick you, and just once you are connected to that industry, once you are part of that industry, once you feel that you are a family member of your industry where you are working, bosses will pick you up, give you higher and higher assignments and higher and higher promotions, mostly higher and higher salaries, if not salaries, higher and higher, other way of reward and recognition, so that you feel satisfied and your family also will feel happy and proud of you. So my best wishes to you for that, and my best wishes to the faculty. You are doing really great work. This institution, IIT Mandi, is great. When I came first time, I was thrilled. When I went to my company, I told, great organization, great technological work. Of course, you are doing. We are having so many projects working with the professors here. And today afternoon also we are going to discuss something more of that variety, how we can work and tap the potential and the knowledge available in this organization. But I brought my general manager here of civil. What type of a great buildings and structures you have created, and what type of vision you have created. Nothing is small. Like once you are in hilly area, you feel, I am having less space. The constraint. Here the thinking of you all and your professors, great. Whatsoever you are making, even a guest house also is really great. Big. Planned for future. So when you have planned for future, you have a great infrastructure, you have a great professors, great learning environment, and very less disturbance. That is also again a very good, because of the locational advantage you have. Mobile also don't work properly here. So there is disturbance. I can tell you, this place is bound to grow. This IIT is bound to grow. I know, I am fully confident about that this IIT will be in so-called top 5 IITs we were having earlier. Those big IITs have big problems. Like big organizations also have big problems. Changes becomes too much problematic. Persons start opposing changes. They will say, anyway, we are contributing. This process itself is very good. It is yielding us good results. Why to change? That automatically comes in the minds of all of us. We all are human beings. We start opposing changes. Then our agility is lost. Although I know those big IITs also are understanding this, and they also are developing their own internal so-called this startup culture. Even this startup culture also is very good. Startups are good. Startups also have given us a lot of learning, let me tell you. They have given too much of learning to industries like us, and that's why we are becoming more younger and more agile. Same thing, that startup culture is coming to big IITs also. They are also thinking now differently. They have incubation centers and other things. But internal process, once you become a big, process also has to be there. Because without process, you can't manage bigger organizations. Innovation is there only, that although you are big, but still you develop that type of a innovative culture, that type of a startup culture, that type of agility. If you have that type of youngness in your organization, although you are big, you are bound to grow. We are also learning from that. So big IITs definitely will learn, but a young IIT like you is bound to grow. And my wishes to you that you should be in top 5. Right now you are 8th in innovation, let us say. Overall in so many parameters, including innovation. And again, innovation is not only technology or basic research. Basic research definitely is important. How to apply that basic research in a simpler way. That is called innovation. And simpler way comes when you have freedom, when you are young, when you have agility, when your professors also motivates you to do that type of so-called mistakes, so type of doing something differently. And here I have seen in my interaction till now, the environment is to innovate more. So innovation index, so I am sure in next 1 or 2 years itself, you will be in top 5. But in other parameters of educational institutions, my best wishes to you to become top 5 in this country, because still we remember top 5 IIT. So you should become. My best wishes to you all, and thank you for inviting me also here for this convocation. And first time I wearing this, really thrilling me. This costume itself gives a different thrill for me. Thanks for giving me this opportunity, sir. And thank you all, and best wishes to you all. Thank you.